right, that will be enough for today. Your riposte still lacks direction, young prince. We will have to work on that next time. Yes, you are free to go and freshen up. I will clean up here. Yes, your majesty. Until next time. So, princess, care to tell me why you are hidden behind a rosebush? There are better places to marvel at flowers than the training grounds, you know. Your Majesty, do I upset you? Is it perhaps that I caught you doing something you aren't supposed to be doing? Ah, well, that is good. It is good you are following the rules. Although I am quite aware that you aren't, milady. Oh yes, your father has informed me quite sternly and clearly that you are not to go near the training grounds. And the look on your face betrays you are quite aware of this rule. Yet here you are. Can I help you with anything, perhaps? Oh, milady, you are quite close there. Teach you? To fight, you mean? It could mean many things, your majesty, but I appreciate the clarification. However, milady, you know how your father feels about this. He has made it quite clear that... Why? Well, it is not my place to ascribe reasoning to your father's decisions without knowing the truth of the matter, princess. But if I, hypothetically, had to make a guess, of course, were I to step out of line and make baseless claims, which I naturally would never do, I'd say there are a multitude of reasons. Perhaps he clings to the traditional ideals of womanhood, where it is seen as uncouth for one to wield a weapon. Perhaps he is afraid you might scar your pretty face and become less attractive to potential suitors. Perhaps he does not want you to look at sweaty, tan, shirtless men in the midst of a mock combat, lest you get any ideas to pursue one of them. Or perhaps he does not want you near me. But of course that is all the things I would say, hypothetically, and alas, I shall not say them. It is a little unfair, isn't it? I can understand why it bothers you, milady. Yet these are the rules, and I am bound by them. Why would he not want you near me? Princess, you aren't aware of my reputation at all? You are not? My, the king has done well to shelter you, has he not? It is not of great importance, milady. If the king is so cautious about this, then it would be remiss of me to thwart his efforts, don't you think? My lady, you are pouting. Just in case you weren't aware. No, so I'm afraid I cannot train you. Perhaps, if you ask your father nicely, he will allow you to participate in an archery course. Generally, that is seen as a bit less boorish of a combat form. Now, if you do not mind, milady, I must continue to clean up, and you must be heading back. It is not good for you to be seen lingering this long around here. Apologies. What was that? Instruct you or what, milady? I dare say you surprise me, princess. I had not thought you would stoop to such Machiavellian threats. It would be quite bad, after all, for a nasty rumor to be spread about me concerning you. You are quite right. I have no idea what I could ever do in that situation. My life would simply be over. I am a lady knight, princess. I am quite used to the whispers, and I admit I've not done too well at quelling their suspicions. Besides, I do think it would be quite a bit worse for me if it came out that I was secretly instructing the princess in armed combat, against her father, the king's, wishes. I know the word around the castle is that I'm a bit of a rule breaker, but I've not gained such a reputation through being reckless, my lady. I am careful about which ones I break. And whilst I can tell how eager you are to be broken, I value my head on my shoulders. What is it, Princess? You are wearing an interesting expression. Something in it for me? Is there now? I'd be curious to hear what that is, Princess. Very curious indeed. What could you possibly offer me? Yes, I am somewhat aware that your father has tasked you with finding yourself a knight to become your personal escort, likely to compensate for all the lack of combat training. What of it? I did indeed say I was a knight, yes. Are you offering me the position, Princess? Is that your bargaining chip? My, oh my. Clever, I will say. Not sure to what degree this benefits me, but it sure sounds like a good deal on the surface. And you got quite a bit out of it. After all, it would be easy to find time to give instruction when I'm supposed to guard you throughout most of the day. It's not all that strange for a princess and her bodyguard to be alone for extended periods of time. Besides, if you said the right things to His Majesty, he might prefer a woman to guard his precious daughter. However, I'm not sure I'm the woman for the job, Princess. Oh, do not get me wrong, my lady. I would be thrilled to accompany you. You did not offer me a bad deal. I just do not think you realize the extent of its effects. Tell you what, why don't I give you a lesson? Just one. Let's see how much you'd like me to guard you after, We can't have you regretting this, after all, can we? Besides, we'll have to figure out if you're even fit to be a swordswoman in the first place. Do you think you can even lift one, milady? I jest, Princess. Very well, then. Come with me. We will be training with dulled blades, of course. I would not want to hurt you, after all. Here is your weapon. Now, try to hit me. Of course. With all your might. Try to land a blow against me. Miss. 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 That one was almost close. Didn't even have to dodge that one. Miss. You look shocked. I just counterattacked, milady. You left your royal bottom exposed. Does that anger you? Perhaps then do something about it. Punish me for my insolence, your majesty. There we go. There's some of that passion I was looking for. Took you long enough. All right. Okay. I see. I notice you still haven't hit me. Any time today now. Now, lesson 1. Anger is a weapon. I disarmed you just now because I riled you up with remarks I knew you would be frustrated over, and it made you reckless. You became easier to read. Controlling your emotions is an important part of controlling a battle. You must stay focused at all times. Naturally, not all opponents will be easy to anger, but anger isn't the only way to knock an opponent off balance. Pick up your weapon. You look confused. How come? Very sharp, Princess. This isn't your normal knight training, but I am also not your normal knight. I am teaching you how to use your strengths because you have great potential. I will show you what I mean. Pick up your weapon. Now, try to block as many of my attacks as possible, alright? I will go easy, telegraph all my attacks, and I will show you what I'm talking about, alright? If I manage to disarm you, I win. Ready? Don't care. Now, that potential I was talking about, you have a great amount of it. You might be wondering, how so? Well, you are quite captivating, princess. You can use your looks. After all, even I find it quite hard not to stare at your face, or even worse, your body. It's hard to fight someone when all you're thinking about is their eyes, their lips, how they would taste. You can't stop imagining your hands exploring their hips, their thighs, their chest. Though you would know all about that, wouldn't you, princess? The lady doth protest too much. Shall I tell you what my reputation is? Why your father did not want you near me? They say I'm a temptress. They say I am a corruptive influence. They say my tastes are unconventional, wicked, perverted. They say that noble ladies who spend time with me are bewitched, put under evil charms. That I am a predator who delights in sullying the flesh of the pretty and the pure. That I've reduced upstanding young women to a quivering mess, and after me they could not even think of being with a man. I'm a cannibal, a lady killer, a succubus, meant to devour girls like you. So, are you still certain you want me as your personal bodyguard, milady? Oh, and in case you were not aware, usually having a sword at your throat means you are dead. You got flustered, and it made you hesitate. I win. You aren't looking at me. How come? Let me just use the tip of my blade to lift your chin. Do you still want me, princess? Would you still like my services? Surprising. Still a yes, hmm? You are more stubborn than I expected. Or perhaps you like this. Don't tell me you've gotten bewitched already. You know, princess, the king would have me stripped of all I have should he see me doing this. Yet when you're making that face, how could I not indulge? The question is, how far does your disobedience go, princess? Will you defy your father even further? Or will you be strong enough to push me away? I'm awfully close now. Not much time to decide left. Any final words? My, how bold. Though for this, I agree. Fuck the king. I'm starting to think your goal wasn't sword training at all. Don't worry, princess. I'll still teach you. I'll teach you many things. Not so eager, milady. Not out here. Not where people might see or hear. We will have plenty of time together, princess. I will be your most humble servant, any time you wish. Just be patient, all right? I won't forget. I promise. Good girl. This is all for today. You did well. We'll go over some actual basics of swordsmanship tomorrow, after your duties are done. I'll be waiting. Oh, and Princess, this is our little secret, all right? Until tomorrow, then. Rest well.